I think we all can agree that practicing visualization is a great tool to help you have success in anything that you do. I mean, let's face the facts here. There's actually studies that have been shown that people that literally just visualize themselves shooting a basketball is more likely to, get that in the hoop than people that don't. People that visualize themselves, people like legit. This is crazy. I love learning about this stuff. People are, different case studies. You have one group of people that are practicing playing the piano, and then another group of people that is just thinking about the keys. That's it. They're just visualizing it. And the likelihood of them having success and learning how to play that melody or that song is so much higher than if they weren't doing anything at all. Just from visualizing, not even touching the keys itself. I love that. Love, love, love that. So now, how do we focus on visualizing you having success at your goals, but also visualizing what does that actually feel like? Honestly, let's face the facts here. I say this all the time. It's a 3-step process, a 3-step formula to having success and reaching your goals. Number 1, you have to know what you want. And what do I mean by that? Honestly, figure out what it is that you want, but have clarity, have certainty. Don't just say, oh, I kind of want to have this. No, you should be so crystal clear where if somebody just woke you up in the middle of the bed, right? A robber came in your house, right? Just woke you up in the middle of the bed and randomly just shook you by the neck and said, hey, tell me your goals. You should be able to blitz off those goals. That's clarity. That's certainty. Okay, I don't know many robbers out there that's, breaking into people's homes and, asking about what their goals are. But hey, you never know. This is a crazy world that we live in. The second thing is that you have to know why you want it. Honestly, it's great to have your goals, but let's face the facts here, right? Everybody has goals out there. Why is it that, a lot of people don't have success at achieving their goals? Think about it like this. New Year's resolution. Right? Everybody around, January has a New Year's resolution. Typically, it's about weight loss because, over 45% of the U.S. population is considered obese. So everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants to, live healthier lives, which, hey, they should. They should prioritize themselves as, the best version of themselves and focus on getting healthier. But why is it that I think it's 77, maybe 82% of the people fail at having success? Not only that, they typically fail by February. So within 2-3 months into the new year, they're already going back to their old ways, forgetting about their New Year's resolution. Well, I bet you anything it has a lot to do because they don't know why they actually want to lose weight. You're like, oh, I don't like the way I look, so my goal is to lose weight, and that's it, surface level. They don't dig underneath the root of the surface. They don't dig deep. And when you dig deep and ask yourself why at least 7 times, and if you can do that about any of your goals, there's more clarity to why you actually want the goals. And also that deep-rooted why is going to help you out so much, especially during the hard times, especially when life throws you curveballs, especially when you don't feel like getting up and going to the gym. You don't feel like, hitting your protein goal, that deep-rooted why, that's always going to push you one step in front of the other. 1% better each and every day, baby. Right? That's the Heartletics way. And having a deep-rooted why is going to make it so much easier. But the third step to achieving your goals, right, is who do you have to become? And that's hard. Literally, that is hard to design. Who is the person that you have to become in order to have success and achieve your goals? Well, that's why we're going to be talking about visualization today. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys some examples that's going to just help the way that you think differently. Because remember, when you start thinking differently, it's really going to put it into a whole different perspective of your mindset and how it works. Because remember, the words that we say, the thoughts that we think on a routine basis, right? This is what's kind of painting the reality in our own lives. So let's start brainwashing ourselves a little bit for success here more so than others. So with that being said, let's first focus on this, right? When it comes down to visualizing, right, yourself having success, really map it down as this is, first off, focusing on your goals itself. once you have a clarity, once you have a deep-rooted why, focusing on who do you have to become, what I personally recommend that you do is focus on kind of like backtracking, okay? Imagine you already have success. So if let's say you have this, goal, you want to lose 50 pounds, but you really want to lose 50 pounds because you want to get off your medications. Hey, maybe you want to have more energy to play with your kids. Maybe you want to live longer, whatever the case may be. Maybe you want more confidence and taking the shirt off at the beach, right? Taking your kids on vacation. Let's use that. That's a great example, okay? So who do you have to become? Well, when you focus on, visualization, it's a great image that you can simply map out. Remember, how your brain works, the RAS, reticular activating system, when you focus on certain things and it's inside of your RAS, your mind is going to start attracting more of that. Your mind is going to start focusing more on that because it's an importance to you. But we can't just visualize, right? Like I'm not going to just sit here and visualize a pink elephant and all of a sudden, right, there's going to be a pink elephant that's going to come strolling by, walking down the street one day. No. The reality is this. We have to get into a feeling state. Remember, a higher vibration, and that's all these different techniques help you out with. Whether it's visualization, whether it's meditation, whether it's, affirmations or gratitude, whatever the case may be, it gets you in a more positive vibration. And so when it comes down to getting in a feeling state, you have to first and foremost, once again, remember, and I'll keep on stressing this, you have to have a deep-rooted why. Because if let's just say you want to achieve success at reaching your goals, okay, what would be a deep-rooted why for you? And then most importantly, who do you have to become? But who do you have to become can be a lot easier once we put a mental scene, okay, aka visualization. So let's just say my deep-rooted why is once again weight loss. I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to get off my medications. I want to be able to play with my kids and have more energy with them. I want to be able to look good with my shirt off at the beach. So having a mental scene in your head of just literally you at the beach chasing your kids, right? And let's just say the morning of, you don't have to take all the medicine and all the pills that's in the medicine cabinet because you're off your medications. So like having a quick mental scene of just, let's say, you having success, you looking good with your shirt off. It could be anything. Like you should have so much fun when it comes to visualization, because when you have fun with it and you really play around with it, it's going to make you feel so good. Remember, right? Those feelings, the higher vibration, that's what we're truly after with this one. So when it comes down to that, that might look like you at the beach, right? Running around with your kids, playing tag, boogie board, whatever the case may be, and your shirt's off, right? And you're just like feeling really good. You're feeling really confident. Maybe that's also, let's just say your significant other, let's just say you take your shirt off, whatever the case may be, and they happen to see you. And they're like, holy cow, I'm so proud of you for seeing how far that they came. Now with that visualization, it's a really, really good one. You want to know why? Because odds are specifically, right, the sounds of your significant other's voice. So now you can really get that going. We have all these different senses. Your sight, right? Hearing, smelling, taste, feeling. So if you can get it down like that to where your significant other is saying like, man, I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy to see the success that you have. You look fantastic, right? And you can visualize, them saying that and hear it as well. It's going to make it so much better for you to have more success at achieving that goal. Another great one would be, let's say around the holidays. You're walking into, let's say, one of your relatives' house for Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving, whatever the case may be. And, you haven't seen all these people in the longest time. It's been months, maybe even years. And they're just immediately jaw dropped. Man, you look great. What have you been doing? Can you share with me some tips? I'm trying to lose some weight too. How good would that make you feel? If you went on this fat loss journey, you're able to successfully lose a whole bunch of body fat, and people are asking you for recommendations now, Maybe another one might be, and this happens often, right? Because we hear stories about how guys want to sign up for our coaching program so that way they can take their kids to the amusement parks, and be able to fit on the roller coaster rides. Certain individuals out there that have applied for our coaching program in the past, that was their deep-rooted why. And I'll leave their names anonymous. But that was their deep-rooted why was, hey, I want to be able to go on the roller coaster rides, with my kids. And so it's always a great feeling knowing we can have, help them have success at that. And just literally like seeing their photos that they post inside the community groups of like them inside like the amusement park on the roller coaster ride. It's just like, it's so great. Because that makes them feel really, really good. I mean, let's face the facts here. Like, it's embarrassing, one, waiting in line to go on a ride, and then that person there, the attendee at the front, says, hey, I'm sorry, but you're overweight. Like, you can't make it on that ride. That's very embarrassing, That lacks your confidence. That hinders a lot. And so knowing that, hey, you're able to have success at that, and you can simply visualize yourself, like, being on that ride. Right? Maybe you get the butterfly feelings a little bit. You're a little scared, right? It's been a while since you've been on a roller coaster ride. Maybe your son or daughter's holding on to you tight, right? Because like they're scared too. Like that's a really good feeling, but it's also a very clear scene that you can visualize. Another one might be, let's say like you're just trying to just improve on something with athletics, right? Maybe you sign up for like a sparring race or a Tough Mudder or Warrior Dash, whatever the case may be. And like you complete the race, maybe you're covered in mud and whatever the case may be, or you can visualize yourself, going through the end of the race. And guess what? The likelihood of that happening, as long as you keep that mental, image clear in your head, it's going to be I'm not going to say it's going to happen, right? I'm just going to say the chances of it happening is going to be a lot better, right? Than if you weren't at all. Roger Banniston. He was the first person ever to complete the first, 4-minute mile. Literally, doctors thought it was impossible. They thought the human heart would explode if anybody would complete a 4-minute mile. He was able to do it. It broke all these self-limiting beliefs within all these other people. And then afterwards, literally hundreds of people were able to complete it. High schoolers nowadays can complete a 4-minute mile. But think about this. He visualized himself having success at completing that 4-minute mile. Kobe Bryant talks about visualization all the time. Michael Jordan talks about it all the time. Michael Phelps, literally, right, winning all these different, Olympic medals, talks about visualization. Tiger Woods, all of these athletes. And I always say it like this: success leaves clues. So if these great champions and amazing, world star athletes out there can visualize themselves having success, right, and talk about that, why would we not try to incorporate that into our own personal lives? Especially, it could be something to benefit ourselves, like improving on our health and fitness goals. So I'm a huge fan of visualization, and personally, I do it every day, right? Multiple times throughout the course of the day. And I kid you not, like visualization really helps me out so much because, in the mornings, I like to just simply, and this is after I write down in my gratitude journal, just some things that I'm grateful for. I just like to sit there after, quick little meditation session, nothing long at all, 10, 15 minutes, that's it. And then just visualize. That's it for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe that's like, me having success in my business. Maybe that's me having, certain success right in my relationship with my wife, or me doing something with my son, or whatever the case may be, right? Like I really want to get into, eventually one day, public speaking. And so like visualizing myself on stage with the mic, everybody all around, right? Like I love that because I know for a fact I'm going to be kind of nervous a little bit, kind of timid, But afterwards, people stand up clapping, I'm going to feel great, And so it's just like you can get those feelings involved. And then what happens? Well, hey, I come out of that visualization session and, it's only been a few minutes of doing it. But guess what? I'm in a more positive mood now. I can go throughout the course of my day a lot happier. And I always say it like this, like, doing things in the morning, doing things before you go to sleep really helps set the tone for the day or the next day ahead. Because, you're more inclined with your subconscious mind as your brain waves are, dying down a little bit to get into more of a theta state, where it's more drowsy, where it's more sleepy. But this is also kind of like getting from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, which holds a lot of the belief systems that people typically have about themselves. So if you can go to sleep, think about something that's going to make you feel happier, right? Like having success as something and visualizing that. Guess what? It could be a great tool to help you have success, right? It could be a great tool to help you feel better also, be in a more positive mode. And then also waking up, doing it first thing in the morning, or like I said, after what I do is typically, journaling down and just writing down things I'm grateful for and, meditating and then focusing on that visualization. Once again, it sets the tone for the rest of the day, This is why I'm a huge fan of like focusing on yourself first and foremost. Not social media, not the news, anything like that. No, focus on you. Focus on your mindset. Focus on your 4 pillars of success, which is your physical, your mental, emotional, and spiritual self. Those are cups that you should be filling up each and every day, So remember, when it comes down to visualization, have fun with it, Be like a little child. Have this big, grand imagination. But the more you can get your feelings, emotions involved into that visualization scene, whether that is hearing someone's voice, whether that's even like smelling something. Like let's say you're at the beach and you can smell like the salts, whatever the case may be, or hear like the oceans, or, maybe you're running on the beach chasing your kids and they're like huffing and puffing, they're dead tired and they're like, Daddy, wait, I can't keep up, I'm too tired. And you're just off to the races. You keep going. Maybe you guys are having like a sprint or something like that. Have fun with it, It's going to put you in a more positive, like I said, mode the rest of the day, a more positive mood to really just help you with putting yourself in that higher vibration. And that's truly what you want. So when it comes to all these different mindset techniques, once again, it's all about just like figuring out what works best for you, and play around, dabble in a little bit here, dabble in a little bit here, have a morning routine for maybe a week or 2 or a month that you do like, and then switch around, maybe have something else, and then focus on maybe a nighttime routine or whatever the case may be. I switch up my routines often from time to time. I switch up my affirmations from time to time. I switch up different things because I start to notice that if I'm doing something, it's starting to just become a habitual, right? Kind of with the routine over and over and over again. And I'm not getting my feelings kind of like, excited and, looking forward to it, then it's a sign for me that I need to switch it up, So when it comes down to it, once again, just do what makes you feel good. That's all. And I promise you this, when you get that scene going and it makes you feel really good, you're probably going to have a more positive day. And especially if you get that scene crystal clear in your RAS, your reticular activating system, on repeat over and over again, hey, it could be just the one little thing that helps you get one step closer to reaching your goals in life.